Today I'm taking you on a tour of some of the villages here in the Mani. Today we're in Areopoli, named for the god Ares, not the Windy City, unfortunately, on this very hot day. The Mani is very historically important to Greece because it is where the Greek War of Independence started to break free of the Ottoman Empire, and some people say that this is where it started. I don't know enough history to say whether that's exactly correct, so we'll just go with Mani. I'm absolutely loving all the stone buildings here. Every village from where I started to now have just gotten more and more buildings with stone. I passed through one village that was just completely stone. So I will tell you that it is a very mountainous road, but it's pretty wide in most places and well maintained, so it wasn't too bad. There's really only one point that I was like, ah. Okay, according to this sign, yes, it started here in Areopoli, and it's one family. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name because I'll butcher it. And I had read that, so it was here in this square where this church is. It was built in the end of the 17th century. I would really like to go inside, however, I am wearing shorts and a tank top because it is blisteringly hot today. It's going to be like probably 40 degrees. So I'm dressed for the weather. So we'll just have to trust that it's really interesting inside. Oh, this is the other side of the church with the tower. That's amazing. There are all these empty stone buildings, and I'm not really sure what the story is. A few of them have signs saying that they were, built in the 1800s, so I'm wondering why they're not being taken care of. But I'm on the hunt for the family's castle that started the revolution, because it's supposedly a really nice hotel now. But Google Maps is struggling with the winding alleyways of Areopoli. Well, I didn't find the hotel yet, but I found this tower, which is really cool. I'm always so impressed with people who built things so long ago, even if it was just, 150, 200 years ago, because things have just developed so rapidly technology-wise. I think we take that for granted. I wonder what the little, I don't know if you guys can see it in the video. See the little outcroppings there? There's like a little window behind it. I wonder what purpose that served. It's not like you could shoot from there. Arrows. You see the arrow slits above it. You can buy it. You can buy the tower. That's crazy. Not many windows, I imagine. You can also buy this ruin that looks like a circular tower across the street. Buy both. Be outlandish. Okay, I still don't know if I'm on the right way to this hotel, but wow, who cares? This is amazing. And listen to that. Just nature. This house, which looks like somebody lives here, but I'm not sure with all that lantana in front of it, but it's very quirky. We have all these stones and buoys hanging, buckets. It reminds me of like a hobbit house, kind of. I also want to say this. Yes, it is hot today, but it's not very humid here until the evening. And then the evening is miserable. Well, maybe up here in the mountain it wouldn't be so bad, but down in town where I have been this week at night, it's been like unbearably humid. So even though it's like 33, 34 right now and I'm sweating, I don't feel terrible because I'm not sweating buckets. Be prepared though. Like, I'm here, it's before noon. I should have gotten here even earlier, but that sweet kitty is waking me up in the night. Okay, so I read wrong or something, but it's not a hotel. The tower is part of it, and then I think this ruin here Obviously, because it's a ruin, you can't go inside, and the tower is locked, obviously, which is, you know, it is what it is. I still think this is really cool. I'm gonna walk back over to the tower to take some pictures of it, and then we'll see what else we go. There's a museum, supposedly. Let's see if I can find it. So it seems this is the outside wall of this side. And you can kind of see like doors and windows. Parts of it have maybe fallen down. It's a shame. I don't know when it was built, so I should do some looking. Apparently better research than I did before I got here. So this is the other side. It's a shame they don't at least have a sign, considering the significance of the history of it. Found the museum, Pikoulakis Tower, Museum of the Pikoulakis Tower, and apparently it's the network of Mani museums. I need to go figure out what the rest are. It's €5 to get in, and I'm the only person here. He actually had to open the door for me. So I thought it would be about the tower, but it's not. It's like the local marble history and the Byzantine church, which is fine. So the family that owns the tower the Pikoulakis family gave the tower to the Ministry of Culture, so that's pretty amazing. And he says the other tower over there is owned by a family in Athens, I think. I think it is time to head to Limeni. The later it gets, the more I feel like I'm baking from the inside. I am gonna go into the supermarket and get a water. Parking in Limeni at this time of day is not easy. I did park kind of off the road on the other side of town. So if you're driving from Stupa, you can try to go to the other end and drive through town. I did, just to see. There was one spot, but I wasn't 100% sure it was actually a parking spot. And then drive through town and come out on the other end where you came from. And there is a small parking lot. It was full, but plenty of people are parked on the road. Off the road though, but next to the road. I don't know if you can see this because I'm not quite there yet, but there is a large camper van trying to drive down the narrow streets here. And I'm not really sure how they're doing that. Look, I could have parked right there, but that wasn't there when I drove through. And then I sat in the car for a few minutes to cool off. Somehow that camper van made it through. Look at that. I need to eat first before I swim though, because I'm hungry. Don't worry guys, I have my hat on. So hopefully no sunburn like last time. Oh, and I have sunscreen on. So hopefully I did a better job than I did a few weeks ago. It took some time, but here's my lunch, shrimp spaghetti. They're literally like catching the fish and bringing it here and shelling it. And that's why you see the big turtle, because the turtle's hanging out waiting for food. But it's been a nice place to sit and get cooled off. There's a nice breeze. This is just stunning. So beautiful. The water is nice and warm, but still refreshing. It is a little crowded around here though, so I haven't filmed as much walking around because there's so many people. Maybe if you came here early in the morning, it wouldn't be so crowded, because the longer I've been here, more people have shown up. I can at least walk over here now that people aren't jumping off over here. Look how clear it is. Really nice. It's so shallow though, it is warmer than, say, the deeper areas. So if you want cold water, this might not be it. But some of the restaurants and places over on the other side will let you swim off over there too. But that's where the turtle is, and they have signs up saying that the turtles can bite. On the other side of this cafe with the red chairs, there is another public swimming area, but I had skipped that one because it was also really busy. I'll show you when I get to the other side. I guess what you could do is sit here and order some drinks and then swim and come back. That would always be an option. Here it is. I think part of the other reason too was that it's more rocky over here to get in. Ooh, even with my sunshade, it's roasting in my car. So, I'm gonna head back and see what the rest of the day brings me. As you can see, I went for another drive today, and we are now at the Caves of Diros. These are very famous in Greece, very large cave network with a lake. I'm down here to do the tour today. A couple of things to note before we even get inside is that the ticket office is up top, and there's not a lot of parking. So I had to park like midway down and walk back up. So if you have more than one person, I recommend that somebody get out and stand in line for the tickets and then meet you down here. The other thing is that bags are not allowed in the cave, so you just have to carry everything with you. We're here waiting for, I guess, the next boat. Now in the walking part, and I am having to duck. The tour that I went on is the short tour. They do a long tour, but it wasn't offered today. I was going to do the short one anyway because I wasn't sure how long and short that actually was. It doesn't say how many minutes, but that was like 10 minutes for the boat part. I will tell you, it's nice and cool down here compared to, outside where it's still hot. I think today's the last day of the heat wave. Of course, tomorrow, I have to work when it's not as hot. Such is life, right? Oh, wow. I'm going to turn you guys around. It's like the hall where the stalactites and the stalagmites meet. Wonder how long that takes. Millions of years? Look at this one. A lot of steps and things are wet, so I recommend good shoes. I changed into my famous hiking sandals, my Keens, before I came in here, and I'm really glad I did. And we're out. Oh, that was amazing. I loved that. So you can just do the walking part as well. There's a short walking part, a long walking part, a long boat tour, a short boat tour, if they're offering it. So it's quite the hike back to the thing. That was great. I have been wanting to come down to the Mani and do like Limeni and see the caves, and without a car, it's just been really difficult. I have driven through this town called Thalames, back and forth, and this tree is just huge, first of all, but also there's a restaurant here, and it's about, I don't know, it might be almost 3 o'clock, and I'm very hungry, so I thought this would be a nice local place to stop. And it's one of these lovely stone villages. I was able to get a spot overlooking the road, and the watermelon guy has just shown up. I think he has melons, other melons as well. He said, Carpuzia peponi. So, and my cat lovers will love this. I have lots of cat friends. You saw the one I was petting, but they're everywhere. In fact, that's part of the reason I picked this table, because there was one sitting in the other chair. Oh, there he is, still sitting there. These look very promising. I like the ones that are not like super formed and super fried looking. So, and I like that they serve them with some cucumbers. And here is the Pikoulakis that I ordered. Looks good. It's way too much food, but it's hard to be alone here and not order too much food. But maybe I can take the zucchini balls back. I've come down to the other part of the village, which is not that long of a drive, because there's some cool churches that I can see from the road. I probably won't go inside because I'm not dressed and they're probably not unlocked anyway, but I just want to go see them. There's this one. There's this one here. There are two churches right next to each other. This one's probably in use, the little white one. But this one looks older. I cannot find a name on the building or on Google Maps. Sometimes I can find the names on them. This leftover fresco above the door looks pretty old, but it looks like at some point in modern time it was used because there's some electricity and the door looks newer. Okay, this section of the town, it definitely looks abandoned. It's a shame. But I can see that, there isn't a lot of job opportunity probably up here, so. Back from my adventures, a little bit sweaty. That's okay. I really enjoyed today going to the caves, like I said before. Oh, the food. Zucchini balls were really good. Not the best I've ever had. There's one place in Neo still takes that, but they were pretty good. And the dip that they had with it, which isn't tzatziki, it's like just it's like tzatziki but without the garlic. It was extra thick, and that was really good. Now, the meatballs, not that great. But that ends this adventure. I'm gonna rest now. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you subscribe because there's more content from the Mani coming, and I'll see you in the next video.